Oh, the good old drones.
I am so excited.
Oh god. That was so unscary. I gotta go back to the Garden of BanBan 2.
Where's he at though? The lights are coming on. Oh no, I'm not fucked. It will trick you. Mine's just following me. It will trick you. What the? Oh my god, okay.
That actually scared me. I'm gonna say!
Wait, he's not gonna jump scare me? Because I'm going the opposite way. I looked up, I should have looked up. It's because I looked up. I should have just kept going the same way. He just ate me cheeks.
I still can't believe they tried to act scared. Anyways, howdy folks, this is Mr. Doge, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. Now, on to the topic, which is something I've been dreading to do since I made the first video. Garten of BanBan 2. Garten of BanBan, BanBan, whatever. And don't worry, I'll do the other ones, if my sanity is still intact. So, Garten of BanBan is a super scary and scary game that is super scary. Did I mention that it was scary? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard by now, this game is infamous for being the scariest game in the world.
You serious?
But seriously, a child could watch this and think it wasn't scary. But I can't just say that it isn't scary without explaining why. But before I actually do, let me say this first. Garten of BanBan 2 isn't a chapter like what you would see in Deltarune or Wolf Among Us or Bendy and the Ink Machine. No, it's a sequel, sold separately, along with the other sequels. Now, I don't know about you, but you know what they say, sequels are always better. But seriously, you guys can't even add chapters? You have to make them individual games? And wait, are you charging people for this shit? Fucking $4.99 and $9.99 per fucking chapter? That's a fucking steal! In fact, if you buy the whole game series, that would make it cost around $29.96, plus taxes. You could buy Fallout New Vegas or Lethal Company for less than that, and they are way better games. Apparently there are 7 games in the series, with 6 being the most recently released. And wait, where did 5 go? Where is it? Did the developers actually forget about the 5th game?
What the fuck were they thinking?
I have never seen this in any other game where there has been an installment that hasn't been released before the installment after it. Okay, that hurt my brain. But it's still true. All I can say is, what the fuck were they thinking? That's it! Anyways, without further ado, let's continue the story of this game. Alright, so I did some more digging and I found out that there is some sort of story that I didn't mention in the last video. BanBan's kindergarten was once the go-to kindergarten for any parent who needed their children to attend a reputable learning facility. This was the case until everyone within the place suddenly vanished on a seemingly normal day. And now you must explore the establishment and find out what happened. So, everyone just suddenly vanished, including our child. I guess that's better than what we had previously? But still, I have to say, what kind of daycare is this? We are now in an underground facility. What kind of daycare has an underground facility? And apparently this underground facility has a whole fucking backrooms like building walls inside the underground facility. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that in Canada, there is no such thing as an underground daycare facility. Well, unless South Park decides to take advantage of that. If they actually happen to have those types of underground daycares in Canada, then I may have to agree with Ginkgo Dude, Kyle's mom, and Robin Williams about them dirty Canadians. But anyways, you wake up or continue on from the unfortunate Jumbo Josh elevator incident. You broke your controller antenna from the fall and you enter the weird backrooms-like underground facility and cross a bridge to enter an open pathway. This time you're towards the comm center. Now here's a question. If this underground facility is still an actual daycare, then why do they keep having dangerous OSHA-violating bridges that with the wrong step can send someone to the depths of hell? And as you enter the comm center entrance, you have to press a button to unlock the doors. Button to unlock the door. And this is where you meet the new character, whose design is still not impressive. Why does this feel forced? Like, they purposely placed the button away from the doorway so that you can come back and see the monster. It's just forced horror at this point. But as you enter the comm center, you meet a new person that can speak.
I was looking around and walked into the security room. Then the door closed behind me and I've been stuck inside since.
I don't trust you. Anyways, you do a puzzle with buttons on desks, which is kind of stupid because these are supposed to be work desks. And then you unlock a keycard. What's with this place in keeping these keycards in puzzle-like locks? But hey, guess what? Now you can customize your drone! After customizing your drone, you can now go into the warehouse and do another puzzle to unlock another door to get another keycard. Imagine being a worker and having to do a puzzle to grab a cart to do some supplying. That would be tedious as fuck! But after getting the keycard, you soon encounter the spider! So basically, just run to the other side and don't stop. The first mini-boss in the game is one that you just run from. That sounds about right. And then you go back and you find out that the red guy is dead and a note that says, if you read this fast enough, you might escape by... Oh. Okay, that was kind of funny. And then we meet BanBan.
3 birds with 1 stone. I get all of your keycards, I get the perfect specimen, and I don't have to deal with that thing down there. It's best you take a nap while I prepare for our little surgery.
Fuck you. We then wake up in the medical center? Maybe? And solve some puzzles and encounter— oh my god, a shark stick! So this green monster is blocking our way. So what do? It's easy. We grab a syringe, extract green liquid out of the Ooga Booga Booga Ooga Man, fill up a jar with the liquid, causing the liquid to open the door, grab a rocket, and then put the rocket in a cannon, then finally send that motherfucker running. Like I said, easy. Now after all that, it's time to go to the testing sector. But before you go in, you just gotta do another drone puzzle. Like that won't be tedious for any other employee. You then enter a long, bright, colorful hallway, which honestly hurts my eyes. How to survive a giant snail attack. Wait, so you're saying these mascots actually hurt people? And you go through a door and meet... oh god, not you again! You meet the stupid fucking bird again, and I thought it was over! But don't worry, you're saved by... BanBalina. And you just gotta do some simple puzzles and you're done with her for now. Then you do some more puzzles, do some classroom stuff, then some more dumb puzzles, Then some more classroom stuff. And oh, thank God she's leaving. Now I can escape this hellhole. And I gotta press another fucking button with the drone. And then we enter and meet the baby Opila birds. Oh, thank God I'm done. And you evade the funny bird and then meet the giant snail. You just move, stop, move, stop, and then enter the pirate room where you do another tedious puzzle. My God! Grab a key card and then enter a kid's obstacle course. My real question is, why is this designed for kids? Look how dangerous this is! There would be major lawsuits in place. So you know who you should call?
Better call Saul.
But soon we enter the winner's corner. And there's a cake.
Oh, would you look at that? You made a cake. I don't even have the processing power to fail excitement. And it's missing everything that made my cake so special. There aren't any fish-shaped crackers. Oh, until the chorus. I see. This was all just a joke to you. You even have a spinning decoration to make it special to you. I bet you didn't expect to see me in this video. I would make a joke about my cake, but it's dead. The joke is far dead. So enjoy your cake, BanBan. You could use the extra weight.
Okay. And we meet BanBan again, and we finally get a taste of a story. Fucking finally.
I needed something from you that I could only get if you were unconscious, and I was all out of sedatives. But there was one thing I didn't lie to you about, and that's me knowing why you're here. You're here for your children. I too am working towards saving them, if you can believe it. But someone else has them. Someone far stronger than you and me both, that resides deep in the abyss. Oh no, you've gotta go. There's an elevator in Opila Bird's walkway. Take it and we'll talk again down there.
Huh. I guess that's something? I guess? Then we enter the chase scene, and Jumbo Josh is back. Finally, she's dead. And after being chased, we finally descend further into the daycare. How deep is this daycare? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just say, after playing this game, I wasn't scared or anything, but I genuinely got sick. The bright colors and the lights and the constant puzzles really hurt my eyes and brain, to the point where me and my friend who were playing the game agreed to get off of the game because of how sick we got. So, let's talk about this game's design. This game's design is supposed to look like a very colorful and very kid-like kindergarten. But for horror, it's not effective. Now, ladies and gentlemen, be honest with me. Which room would you be afraid of standing in? This one? Or this one? Now, unless you're chromophobic, then maybe you're afraid of the second image. But if you're expecting a horror game, you would agree that you would be afraid of the first image. As you can tell, colorful atmospheres are very common in Garten of BanBan. And developers, I don't care that you guys are trying to replicate a kindergarten, because clearly you guys have never been to one. You guys have so many reasons to make the map eerie and disturbing. Like, you have monsters trying to kill us Is there like a single ounce of blood anywhere? And sure, there are some parts that are dark, but that's like 10% of the game. I understand that lighting in video games are a bit tedious, but I don't think the answer to that problem is to light everything up to the point where it hurts the player's eyes. And also, I know that the story says the kindergarten was normal, but everyone just disappeared all at once. But shouldn't there be some sort of aging anywhere? Like, I highly doubt that any children are allowed down here because, well, why would they? But the fictional caretakers of this kindergarten probably have. But every room is surprisingly clean. Well, except for the warehouse and medical center. But still, they must be paying a lot for janitors and floor waxers. Look, I know I may be overthinking about the designs and the comparison to reality, but this is supposed to be a horror game. I would expect an atmosphere similar to Five Nights at Freddy's or Poppy Playtime, but no, it's actually a bright and visually blinding daycare. If that's what the developers wanted, then they sure achieved that, even if the daycare is very undaycare-y. But if they wanted to make a horror game that actually scared people, then they failed. That's the full game. It's time to talk about the letters that we get throughout this story. Throughout the daycare, you can find many letters and reports. These reports show that this is not just a daycare, but apparently an SCP containment that has experiments being conducted on certain subjects. My guess are the stupid mascots. But usually they just give you a warning on what's to come. Which is nice, I guess. Then, we have the letters, which may be from our child? Dear Mommy, I am okay, and Claire is okay. The nice jellyfish saved us from the big bird and the evil red man. We are going to the jellyfish's home. So, we're going to see the jellyfish very soon. And I'm not looking forward to it. But with these documents we are given, it's clear that this daycare, surprise surprise, is not just a daycare. It's sort of an experimental facility that makes the mascots of the kindergarten come to life. And they have grown self-aware. And so they captured every being in the facility and have taken them somewhere beyond our reach. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Goodbye, Matt Pat. I love you. But at least we're finally getting some sort of answers. But again, this is supposed to be a fucking daycare! So the first new monster we meet is Nab Nab? Huh, that's a stupid name. And the design is purposely disturbing, which isn't a good thing. My main point in the last video is that I genuinely like the aspect of expectation versus reality, making something look different from what you actually expect to see. But here, it's kinda what you expected. You expect a creature with 3 eyes and a large mouth with sharp teeth to kill you. And once you see him, the only thing you're concerned about is just getting the fuck out. And then we meet BanBan himself, who is sort of the smartest creature here. And all he does is just explain what's going on and knock your teeth in. Not much to talk about. Simple design, live with it. Then we meet the green monster, who I will not talk about because it's never mentioned in any of the artwork or anything. Then we meet the stupid Ooga Booga Booga Ooga men that are, dead. Then we see... Oh god, not again! And then we meet Banbalina, who looks like a psychotic white version of BanBan. So if you don't do well in her class, she'll give you a D for death. And then we meet a giant snail, which is, well, the jump scare is kind of expected. So these are the character designs. Yeah, they have yet to impress me. If there is a day where a character design actually scares me, then I will do the Bean Boozled challenge. The jump scares are... they're not impressive. Sure, some of them are unique, but let me just show you a rundown. If any of you actually genuinely got scared, I'm sorry for all of you. But at least there's sort of improvements from the last game's Shake jump scare. Well, except for a pillar bird. The only jump scare that actually genuinely caught me off guard was a snail. But after it killed me once, it became more frustrating because I kept dying over and over again. Now, the one thing that I have to give the creators credit for is actually improving some jump scares. But even if they are improved, they're still not as scary as, an actual horror game. They're actually more frustrating than scary, because of how complicated some of the objectives are. So developers, here's a tip. Make the objectives actually fun and thrilling, instead of boring and complicated. Because that snail may have made me jump at my first playthrough, but the next few times it made me fucking angry! So, what are my overall opinions on this game? Well, it's an improvement to say the least, but more of a I just added bacon bits to my salad type of improvement. It's not that impressive, but it adds something to the salad. This game honestly kinda broke my sanity, mostly because I kept questioning on what kind of daycare this is. But, can you really blame me? There are 4 more installments, technically 3, and another one coming out very soon, which I am not excited about.
I ain't feeling very euphoric either.
As a sequel, it's terrible. It doesn't even deserve to be considered a sequel, when it's just a glorified chapter. The fact that they actually charge people real money to play this stupid game is scummy. No, we aren't scummy for refunding your game. You're scummy for making us pay for the game that isn't fun or scary. So my overall review of this game is that there's so much that needs to be done. It feels like an unfinished product because of how bland it is. There's no ounce of fun when you play the game, you don't get scared, the only ounce of thrill is through the repetitive chase scenes, and you feel fooled because you went over Steam's 2-hour return policy, and now you just spent like $5 when you could have bought something better like The Binding of Isaac. But that means there is a lot of room that the developers can improve on. So if there's a small amount of improvement here, then there's got to be more improvement in the next one, right? No. So there's all that. Anyways, I would like to apologize for the lack of uploads. The reason why is because I've been busy, and whenever I try to work on and finish a project, it all had to be canceled due to circumstances out of my control. But I hope this video has made a pleasant comeback because I enjoyed writing about the game more than actually playing it, and I enjoy reviewing games overall. I hope you guys enjoy it because I may make more in the future. But anyways, that's all for tonight. This is Mr. Doge wishing you ladylike luck tonight.